The day I had to tell my mom that I lost the money that she gave to me, I did not know how I was gonna face her. She didn't have the money to give, but she took out a loan anyways because I swore I could turn $1,000 into something. Taking loss after loss after loss was so hard. And the thing that made it worse is that I didn't have like some millionaire dad to ask for advice. I didn't have a trading mentor. I didn't have a Discord to lean on. I didn't know personally a single person who had actually done this. All I had was Twitter, Reddit, maybe YouTube, and a lot of expensive mistakes. So I taught myself how to trade the hard way over and over again, taking losses until everything kind of clicked. 5 years later, I would like to say that I've made it. I've taken my family on vacations. I bought my dream home. I bought my mom her dream home because again, she's the one who believed in me. And on top of that, I have built one of the biggest trading communities online. And so I want to share with you guys some lessons that I wish that somebody imparted on me because I would have saved a lot of money. So instead of the same recycle things that you hear every single time, I'm gonna give it to you guys straight for free. The same thing that took me years and thousands of dollars to learn, 5 years to be exact. But let's have a chat about it. The first piece of trading advice that I want to give, especially in the light of everybody and their mom deciding that they want to start a program now, is that buying someone's course is not going to make you a great trader. Now, that may seem rich coming from me considering that I teach a course myself, but one thing that I see that people who come to the community is that they expect that because they have now paid for this course or this program that they're now guaranteed to become a stellar trader. You can sit and spend $10,000 on mentorship programs, spend $300 a month on some overpriced Discord and still never see a dollar. And just for the record, just as to watch out, if anybody gets on here and tells you, hey, if you buy my course, I can guarantee that you will make X, Y, and Z, one, block them, two, call the SEC because you can't even make promises like that. But I see people just make the mistake of saying like, man, like, okay, I spent all this money on these courses and I'm still unprofitable. Congratulations. Just because you spent money does not guarantee that you are going to be profitable. If you take a girl out on a date, does not mean at the end of the night, you know what I'm saying? Right. If I spend all this money on a college degree and go, listen, first of all, I don't know if anyone's graduated college. I haven't. But from my friends who have graduated, I've heard that they have gotten degrees and still are not able to find a job in this economy. Paying for a course does not guarantee your success. Also, paying for a more expensive course does also not guarantee your success. Please make sure that you guys are properly vetting your teachers, whether it's someone that you are entrusting to teach you how to trade or to do e-commerce or whatever it is that you're trying to do. See their personal results and make sure that they're not just trying to sell you a lie for the sake of, oh, I have a course. If you can't see their actual results, chances are you are the method. You are. And I personally have fallen into that trap like when I first started. That's why I never wanted to start a Discord. I didn't start a Discord until I was trading for 3 years because like I felt the whole like Discord space was very predatory. And I think that's just out of my own hurt because I had paid for all these programs and I was just like, dang, like this is not helping me. Like I'm doing so much better on my own and I'm sitting here paying $300 a month and I can't even type in the chat. Crazy. My second piece of advice is that watching thousands of video hours is also not going to make you a great trader. So this kind of goes along with the first thing that we talked about is because a lot of people assume because they are like a senior at YouTube University that now all of a sudden they're going to be a profitable day trader. Congratulations, you have stacked yourself video on video on video on video. But the truth is at the end of the day, if you are not properly ingesting the material and going back to your charts and seeing if you can see that, you just sat here and watched a whole bunch of videos for nothing. That's a problem that I see when people even join my Discord is they'll join and they'll get overwhelmed. They'll say, oh my gosh, I've watched all these videos and I still can't figure it out. And it's not because the content you're ingesting is not good content. It's because you're not giving it time to ruminate in your brain. You're not applying it to the charts to see if, hey, can I replicate this for myself? Let's say you watch a video on market structure. You should not be moving on in your concepts until you can go on a chart and repeatedly identify market structure. Because if you watch 6 more concepts after that, and then now you want to go look at a chart, and now you want to be able to say, okay, I can identify higher highs and higher lows on the chart, but I'm also trying to compare this with support and resistance or fair value gaps, or do you know what I'm trying to say? It becomes a lot. It's the same way as if you were learning a new language. language. They're not going to start you with full sentences and conversation. You got to learn the vowels. You got to learn the sounds, things like that before you move on. Otherwise, your foundation is shot. Your foundation is not going to be more fortified because you've watched more hours of videos. So please do not find yourself getting lost in the whole rhythm of, oh, I've watched 10 videos in a row and I spent my entire day watching content. That is great and all, but after those 10 hours, what actually sank in and what made sense? Because that's a mistake that I definitely made and cost me a lot of time, which to me is worse than losing money. Because now that I see the value of the time money exchange, you can have the money. I want my time back. My third piece of advice is that discipline will outweigh any strategy. What I mean by this is, let's say your idea is, okay, I know that I'm not going to take more than 2 trades in a day. Regardless, I'm only going to take 2 trades every single day. And then let's say you decide one day you just go off the rails and you take 100 trades, or not 100, but let's say you take like 10 trades in a day because you lost your first 2. And so now you're revenge trading. It doesn't even matter what your setup is or what your strategy is if your discipline has gone out the window. Because if you lost 8 of those 10 trades, it doesn't matter if the setup made sense. You have to be disciplined as a trader to be able to make it in this game. You do. You do. A lot of people will have the strategy because, to be honest, and again, y'all may fry me for saying this, I don't think it's as hard to find a consistent strategy. It's more so about, can you apply that over and over again and not let revenge trading get the best of you and not hesitate your entries and not over leverage because you feel like today's going to be a really good day. It's not about the strategy. A lot of times when I'm talking with my students or if I do one-on-ones, I realize it's not the strategy, it's them. And that's nothing to my students to say like, hey, like, you guys are just messing up because you are getting ahead of yourself. But you can have a solid strategy and throw that out the window just because you get too greedy and you say, you know what, I'm actually going to hold this trade for 10 more minutes, even though I'm already at 100% return, even though it's consolidating now because I feel like it could be more. That's also going to contribute to you saying, you know what, I know I'm down 20%. That's my stop loss, but I actually can't afford to lose 20% because I put too much in. So I'm going to hold it and hope it goes back up. And then it goes back up and now you're only down 10%. So you're like, okay, cool. If I just hold a little bit longer, I'll end up going green. And that's where that thought process starts of saying, oh, if I just hold, eventually I'll go green. And you're building bad habits. And then let's say it goes down to 30% again, and now you're like, wow, I'm past my stop loss. Might as well hold it because, you know, I'm already down past my stop loss. I need to at least get back to that negative 20. You get lower and lower, and it's just this bouncy process instead of being methodical and following a strategy. I've been there, I've done it, but if I could give any advice, it's to understand that your discipline is the biggest thing as a day trader. The fourth piece of advice that I would give is to understand is that your strategy does not move the market. So what I mean by that is people assume that because they have put all these lines on these charts, that's going to move the stock market. I'm a firm believer in, as a profitable day trader, you have to understand price action. You have to understand why the market moves, when it moves, and be able to understand the science behind that in order to be a good trader. But because I, Sierra, could sit and put 15 lines on a chart and I could have my EMAs and I could have a rectangle here and a star here and a heart here and all this stuff on my chart. But I promise you, when Tesla is going up, the stock is not going to be like, you know what? Sierra put a level at 432.16, so let me just shoot up at that range. No, you have to understand past price action and price history, because what you mark up on a chart does not move the charts. And so to further that point, there's been many times where I have felt like I have had like a perfect chart markup, a perfect setup. And the only reason it didn't play out is because we just did not have enough volume and momentum in the market that day. Sometimes the market's flat. Sometimes we're like this, right? And so you also have to be confident enough in your strategy to know, like, you know what? It's still, again, not about my chart markups. It's about what's moving behind the lines, behind the markups, behind the strategy. Because I can say, hey, you know what? We had a rising wedge. We had a double top. We had a support level. We had something like that, right? And perfect setup, textbook, and it not play out. Why? No volume. No momentum, no players in the market to move it to where I need it to be. So I'm not going to say, dang, it didn't work out today. Let me go back and spend 6 more months finding a new strategy. No, if I know it's tried and true, I have to understand, okay, what was with the price action? Learn price action. That's like a little caveat. Learn how to read price action. That will make a difference. The fifth piece of advice that I would give is to take numbers out of your trading journey. So I'll see a lot of students and they'll come in and they'll say like, oh, I want to be able to make at least $3,000 a month by the end of, my month or in 2 months. Or they'll say, oh, I want to make at least $100 a day. Or they'll have some sort of numerical goal. And while yes, that is motivational to be able to say, hey, I hit my goal of $1,000 a day or $3,000 a month or whatever it may be, it could also be a detriment to you as well, because you may end up taking more trades, over trading, over leveraging just to see that goal. I've seen it time and time again, and I know I've done it myself where, let's say my goal was $1,000 a day. My motto used to be $1,000 a day keeps the job away. It does. It definitely does. But there will be days where I would hit 800, 700. And instead of just taking that 800 or that 700 and going against the whole, hey, I don't want to take more than 3 trades a day, I would say, you know what? I'm like right there to my goal. Take another trade, lose the whole 800 and then some. And then that starts that spiral of revenge trading, perhaps, of like, okay, you know what? I used to be green. Let me at least try to be green again today. So you take another trade, and let's say you do win, and maybe you take another trade, but say you lose that again. And then at the end of the day, like I like to call it post-trade clarity. Like at the end of the day, you will sit there sometimes and you'll be like, I shouldn't have done that. Like, I shouldn't have been in that. I shouldn't have picked up that phone. I should not have entered those trades, because what the heck just happened? Like, how did I end up going from all the way up here to I blew my account in an hour? It's like you like black out almost. It's like, what happened? The sixth piece of advice that I would give is to give yourself time to learn and don't try to play into all of the social media hype. A lot of people on social media will tell you like, oh, hey, like, you can learn how to trade in 2 weeks and be a profitable trader. And you can, I was able to buy a Lamborghini in 2 days and all this stuff. And that's fine. And again, it may sound like, girl, don't you have anyways, I do have a Lamborghini. Okay, thank you. But hear me when I say this, right? People will sell you the idea of, oh, because I did this in a certain time frame, you can do it too. I have always been very transparent about the fact that I think I got lucky when I started. I think because I started during COVID, I think because the money I started with was the stimulus check my mom gave me. I didn't care about losing it because I was like, oh, I didn't work for it. I was 18. That was my thought process. But I'll see people get on here and they'll be like, oh, like you've been trading for 3 months and you're not profitable yet and you haven't quit your job yet. Like, oh, like what are you doing? Oh my goodness. Trading takes time. And I'm not saying it's going to be 6 years straight of losing every single day before you finally turn green. But let's say if I was going to start a nursing program, I know it's going to take me 4 years. I'm not going to show up like 2 years into my program and be upset because they're not hiring me over at the biggest hospital in the nation because I don't have my degree yet. I understand this takes 4 years. I've seen people be able to become consistently profitable in trading in a few months. I've seen some people take it years. But here's the truth, right? I think consistent profitability regardless is going to take time, because let's say you are profitable for 3 weeks straight. Congratulations. If you want to do this for the rest of your life, you have to repeat that over and over and over again. So I think it takes some time to be able to finally say like, okay, I am consistently profitable. Because I've seen people go on some runs and it's like, man, like I was green every day for a month and I don't know what happened. I've lost every day for 6, So give yourself grace. Don't put a time limit on your journey. Like, let's say you pay for someone's Discord and it's like a monthly membership. I feel like if you put yourself up to say, I have to quit my job in a month because I need to learn how to trade, you should not be trading. I tell people, if you are not in a position to take the time to learn, whether that's through studying or giving yourself grace to see if trading is going to work out for you, then I just don't think you should try at all. That sounds really harsh to say, but if you go into it saying, I have to make $10,000 in 2 weeks, don't even worry about it. Like, you would be better off like selling elbow or door dashing or anything else. I mean, literally anything else. Because here's the truth about it, right? If you are saying, I have to earn this by this date, you're not going to be practicing discipline. You're not going to have good risk management. You're going to over leverage. You're going to have a lot of emotions attached to it. And God forbid you lose a trade. Now we're revenge trading. We're trying to say, hey, can I get some more money to put in? At this point, you're gambling. And that's why everybody says that trading is gambling, because people gamble. That's why people gamble with their money all day long. To be honest, there is no reason you should sit here and blow your account in 1 day. if you were using proper risk management, if you were understanding, hey, I'm only going to leverage this much and my stop loss is going to be this much and I'm going to pull myself out of the trade at this point. If you were disciplined, there's no reason anyone should blow their account in one day unless you enter without putting a physical stop and I don't know, something happens and the stock market crashes in half a second. Okay, they got you. But the chances of that is really unlikely, I believe. This is like a little half piece of advice to give you guys. You don't have to sell a course. That's a little personal gripe that I have is I'll see people start trading and then in 2 weeks feel like they're obligated to start selling a course. You don't have to do that. It's fine. Like you don't have to do that. Like no one's making you. Like I promise you, like if you trade by yourself, like you don't have to sell a course 2 weeks into your trading journey. Because then what are you gonna say if your students ask you and they're like, oh, what's the market like in December? And you've never even seen December. You started in June. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, personal gripe that I have. Another piece of advice that I would give is that you do not need to include everybody on your trading journey. I had just mentioned how trading is gambling and how trading can be gambling, and I think a lot of people share that perspective. And so I've seen through myself, I've seen through my students, is that people are very discouraging about the trading journey. And to be honest, I don't think they're wrong for that. I can't sit here and be like, oh my gosh, they're just hating on you. I just don't think they understand, and I think that trading does have a bad rep because more often than not, people are gambling. They are putting in more money that they can afford to lose. They are over leveraging. They are risking too much. They are holding losses. They are trying to have trading be their saving grace and trying to flip $100 into $1 million in 2 weeks. And so people are very leery of day trading. On top of that, we have a lot of people who are selling courses that are scamming people, who are being very predatory on the fact that the economy is hard. Life is hard. People are trying to make money for themselves. They're trying to do better. So now everybody would sell a course because they see it as a cash grab. And so with all that being said, those are just a few of the negative stigmas around the trading community. I feel like if this is something you really want to do and if you care about other people's opinions, I think you should keep your trading journey to yourself. That's something that I wish that I did at the beginning, especially because I didn't want to teach at first. So whenever I would like post about like, oh, I just went to Chanel, or I went to Louis Vuitton, or took this trip, whatever. It's like, oh, like, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I'm trading. And then they would have all this negative stuff to say. And then it would like play into my trading. And I'd be like, like maybe this is whatever. And then the funny thing is everyone's gonna have something to say until it's in their face that they were wrong. Like I know for me, like when people started seeing, like when I was really out there with like the stuff I was doing from day trading, all of a sudden it was, hey, how are you? I love you so much. Could you teach me? Let's go grab coffee. Let's grab a bite. Oh my gosh, I don't even know y'all. Like, mind you, I was broke 2 years ago to you. You called me that. And now all of a sudden, let's go grab lunch. These are just kind of like a few of the things that I have picked up in my 5 years of day trading. I wish that I genuinely can say, I wish I had a mentor. Like I wish I had somebody who was there to say like, hey, here's the mistakes that I made so I could prevent myself from these mistakes. Or hey, here are some things that I did positively that I would do again, which maybe I'll make another video on. If you guys want to see like positive things that I did that I would recommend for anyone to do, drop that down below if you would love to see that video. I really hope this video helped. Again, I teach. I'd always love to teach you. If you guys do find another teacher, make sure they are verified and make sure that they are vetted. Because at the end of the day, I think my heart in teaching people how to trade is just to have people know what trading can be and like what it can do for your life. Because I look back on my life 5 years ago and I look back to where I'm at now and I'm just like, Jesus, like you are so good. Like God is so faithful. Even the fact that trading even fell in my lap is like just insane to me. And the fact that I was open to it, because again, I deal with people all the time who are like, oh no, trading's a scam or trading's for, if you know what I mean. And I just hear a lot. And so it's just nice to also see people that look like me in this space starting to get into this space. So those are my 2 cents. If you guys like to see more trading content, please comment some video ideas down below. I'm definitely going to be more on it with my content creation. So I would love to see what you guys are interested in learning about. As always, if you guys would love to join my trading Discord, it's called Crystal Academy, and the description box will have all the information and details there. Also, my last mentorship program of the year will also be posted in the group. So if you want to check that out, you could. But as always, I love you guys. God loves you more. I really hope you guys got something from this video, and I will see you guys in the next YouTube video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.